Hello, I am David W. Parker. This is Programming Today I Learned, WebGL Series, Episode 33. Today we're going to look at reading pixels, meaning when you click on something, reading the color that is out of the pixels there. So we're going to look at read pixels from the API, preserve drawing buffer from the API, as well as what a typed array looks like. And so let's go ahead and get started. Scroll to the top here. So first thing you want to know is that we're using preserve drawing buffer for check WebGL. And so basically what we're just going to do is it's going to prevent the drawing buffer, color depth, and stencils from being cleared after they're drawn on the screen. Has a little bit of performance penalty. That's via Stack Overflow. And so basically we're going to be clicking. So let me just go show the application here. So here we have this triangle that has different values with heavy blue here, red here, and green at alpha of 50% here. So when I click up here, as you click closer, you can see the RGB value gets closer and closer to the 255 mark. And as we come down here, you can see we're staying close to 255. If you click anywhere in the black, it's going to be 0, 0, and then alpha of 255. And as we get close to the red here, and then the green is going to be close to high green, and then like I said, we're at 50% alpha on that corner, so we can change that. Now if we didn't preserve the drawing buffer, we just ran this application as is, we're just going to end up with all zeros because all of those values have been cleared. So if you want to do any kind of clicking and getting that kind of value from here, you're going to want to preserve the drawing buffers. Initialization and everything is the exact same, and our buffers and everything like this is the exact same. Like I said, I cleared this out to be 50% alpha. If we had done a full alpha and we looked at this, you could see that the full alpha value is coming through now. So now we have full alpha all the way through, regardless of where we're clicking. Versus here, we're going to get varying values of the alpha as it interpolates between that green and red value and the green and blue value, and the green and the red-blue values in between. So that's basically what it comes down to for that. Finally, on the mouse down, we're going to have this pixel input to canvas chord. So that's slightly different than the WebGL coordinates, but so if we go ahead and look up that real quick. So basically we're going to just calculate the canvas coordinate rather than the WebGL coordinates, and we're going to convert that and get the XY value for that. And so we can use that as our point that we'll be passing into the read pixels. So read pixels expects X and Y location based off the canvas objects rather than the WebGL coordinates. So that's important to note. Also, we're going to have this uint8 array size 4, and it's a typed array that we're going to be storing our pixels in. So rather than saying something like pixels equals blah, we're passing that in. The signature for this is it's going to take the XY coordinates in integers, which we got from the point, along width and height, the enum format, so RGB alpha, and the enum type, which is an unsigned byte, and we'll get the pixels back, and that's where it's stored. And so as you can see, this is basically it. So this will be really useful for picking objects and doing other kinds of things like that later, and we'll get into those in future episodes. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and please subscribe, like this video, share it on social media if you will, and go to ProgrammingTIL.com and sign up for my newsletter. Have a great one. Bye.